All right, it's a rainy Tuesday here in Mississippi. But yeah, today's election day. Got my vote in, headed to a basketball game. It's the first one of the men's basketball season. They're playing their first game tonight. Coach said, we can hold off on getting the hype video done for a game or two so we can get some actual game film. And so that's the plan. We're gonna go do that. Me and Blake here in a little bit. Tip off is at 7, currently 5 o'clock. That's gonna be fun. But as a sort of a recap, I sort of held off last week posting a vlog. It's just because of how busy of a week I had last week. I did do everything I said I was gonna do. I had the wedding, I had the short film, which I'll talk about in a second, and the rehearsal dinner for that other wedding, and it ended up being a really, really busy weekend, and time sort of slipped away, but the wedding went well. Maybe about an hour south of where I live. We went to the rehearsal dinner. That went really well. That was just basically covering the toast, kind of like we did for Josh and Larson's wedding a few weeks ago. Once we got done with that, we had the full wedding day. Luckily, it was one of those where we didn't have to be there straight at 8 a.m. Our coverage didn't start till about 10:30 or 11. Managed to have a good day, got some really good shots, and managed to go ahead and get some stuff out on social media. So it's always good to ride the hype train of the wedding that you just filmed. Being able to see some of their stuff really, really quick is an added bonus. And it's something that doesn't have to be crazy produced. I just put together a couple of clips. I remembered the song that they used for their first dance, and then put that song behind it. So that's the beauty of Instagram Reels and TikTok, is being able to find those songs, and even YouTube Shorts, being able to find those songs and put them behind clips and sort of have a quick little video after their wedding day. We also had a short film, I mentioned that prior, short film called No Problem. Me and Zach are sort of co-producing that together. He wrote the script and the screenplay and all that, and I sort of helped bring it to life through the cinematography, the lighting, and also some of the audio. I was helping out with that. So that was Sunday. It went great, and one thing I was kind of learning is, if you think it's going to get done in a certain amount of time, add an hour or an hour and a half to it. That's just how it goes. And I think that's almost the case with any shoot. You do gotta, make sure everything is taken care of. Make sure the lighting looks good. It's a lot more precision. The filmmaking I'm used to doing is really run and gun and really trying to get these things done as quick as possible. And on the fly. But it went good. We're entering it into a film festival, and the deadline's in December. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule. Zach's got to, put his hand to the plow and get ready to finish that up. But that went good. It was really busy. I had to really take Monday to relax. I actually took a full day off from my full-time job to just relax. It was one of those weekends where collectively probably got 12 to 13 hours of sleep on the whole weekend. It was tough, but I mentioned it a couple weeks prior to this that you always got to take care of yourself, and I think if I wouldn't have taken a day off, it'd have been a pretty tough week this week. But I was able to get recharged, get the batteries recharged and get refreshed and get hyped for another week. Headed to the men's basketball game and hoping that they get the win tonight, and hoping that we get some good clips. What I'm aiming to do is probably just get their pregame warm-up, get them just kind of listening to music on their headphones, but also getting the in-game content. Hopefully, maybe catching some dunks, maybe catching the three-point ball. It's gonna be a good time. Me and Blake are gonna be on that tonight. With regards to other shoots going on, it's pretty open after this. I'm spending a lot of time this week working specifically on the men's basketball stuff. Once I get done with that, then I'll sort of move away from that client, move on to the next one, sort of close out that book. And then Saturday we've got another wedding, and I believe, unless there's any late bookings, this is our last wedding of 2024. It would be nice to kind of get a little bit more relaxation around the holidays. But yeah, that's gonna be our last one. I think I have there's a tentative project that I have. I don't know if I'll be able to get it done Thursday, which is what we're trying to do. I don't know if the stars will align for that or not. But other than that, for the hype video, the coach is wanting to voice over the video. He's written a script and didn't think the guy could be so poetic, and he's gonna come voice that over tomorrow, and I'll just record him using some of the mics I have and put that in the video. They picked out a song they want, and I'll put that in there, and call it quits after that, because we've gotten other stuff of them in the studio with that cool LED wall, from way back from episode 1. Also got some practice footage, got some other stuff that we could use, and even the Jamboree. Zach went to cover that recently. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. You get to solely focus on pretty much basketball this week, and hopefully end up with a good product. So headed to the game now. So the basketball game went good. The team got the win, and ultimately we got kind of the icing on the cake with regards to some of the shots we wanted for that hype video that we're ultimately going to make. I really don't, so this is the week I'm off from the dental office. It's currently Friday, but I figured I would take some time, kind of go over how the rest of this week is going to go. Today, I'm kind of escaping the videography world and taking some pictures, which I do have a lot of experience doing that, but I've got a good friend of mine that is wanting senior portraits. So I'm going to go take those. It'd be nice to kind of get out of the video world for just 2 seconds, And I mentioned, I think it was episode 2, challenging yourself. So I'm going to get out and do that this afternoon, and then me and Zach are meeting up because we've got a wedding tomorrow. We're going to kind of go over the equipment, go over what we need to bring, kind of our plan. Weddings are weird because, it can be so planned out and then you get there and it's just not gonna work. I've got, church on Sunday, and then that afternoon I've got a friend so recently I was taking some pictures for another friend of mine that's writing a book, and he wanted a cover photo. So I was working on doing that, and I'll definitely plug that when everything gets published. But then he wants to film a video talking about the book. It's sort of a coming of age, sort of a testimonial on some of the struggles that he's had in life. And it's a fantastic story, and he's an awesome guy. So I'm going to be filming a video, and I think how I'll film it is be basically sort of interview style. Still working on trying to get a location for that, but I think that it's going to be cool just to hear him kind of tell his story just about certain struggles he's had. And the book is called A Look in the Mirror. So we are going to work on that Sunday, and hopefully that turns out good. But what I wanted to do today, I haven't done a gear update in a while, so I figured I would do so. I had a few needs. I guess this specifically revolves around weddings, but also any other shoot. I don't want to take a stabilizer or gimbal on every shoot. I just don't see a need in that. And there are times when they're needed, and I still think it's a fantastic tool, and I am by no means stopping using it. But I wanted to have something that I essentially wanted a rig, is what I wanted, to make sure that my camera, I could mount microphones, all kinds of stuff on it to be able to film the best way possible and be able to utilize the tools and the, what comes with using a rig. So what I did was I bought this small rig for the A7S III. It's not like a cinema camera that has all the, like the screw holes on the side of it and even on the top of it it's already built for a rig. This one's a little bit different. It basically goes in the screw on the bottom of the camera. I bought this, but it also came with another handle because this is not very ergonomic. You might as well just not have a handle on it if you're just gonna have this. But it also came with this handle, which is adjustable height-wise, and typically what I do is have it just mounted into the screw holes right there on the side, give it a go like that. It has total, I believe, 2 hot shoe mounts. One of them is the microphone. Typically I'll put the microphone right here, and then on this one I put my brand new Viltrox monitor that I bought. This one is the DCX2. Never get tired of that. It's basically a 6-inch monitor that I can use to watch what I'm filming. And I've noticed on the Sony cameras, the display is, only several inches, and it's not really, you can check focus, and I don't, particularly have the best vision to be able to like look at it so good and see my focus and see the colors. But this really, really helps, and it's customizable with LUTs. Typically I just shoot with a Sony conversion to Rec 709 if I'm shooting an S-Log3, and yeah, but I do love this Viltrox because it comes with a battery itself, but then it also comes with the HDMI cords and even a piece to mount it to the hot shoe of your camera and or rig setup. Really pleased with this so far. I've used it on multiple shoots and already, and I really enjoyed it. Another thing that I also got, and I've been meaning to get it for a while, was some sort of sensor cleaning kit that comes with the swabs you need to clean your sensor, but also the drops you need to make sure you clean it properly, the solution, I guess. And that's one thing I've learned over the course of working with mirrorless cameras, because that's pretty much what I shoot on, whether it be photos or video, because your sensor is something you need to take care of. But the other thing I got, which was kind of the coolest thing, was a new editing setup. I was looking into getting a computer. I'm a big Mac guy, and so I invested in a MacBook Pro that can handle what I need to do. So I've been a big Premiere Pro guy for a while. I've sort of been working and changing. I've been hearing nothing but good things about DaVinci Resolve, and so I've been sort of thinking about doing that. Personally, I've enjoyed it, and when because I got my starts on iMovie back in the day. On my iPod Touch when I was younger, and I would edit movies and little videos, in the backyard with that. That's kind of how I got my start. But then as I started to edit, I always dreamed of using Adobe Premiere Pro, and then I finally got into that, and that was certainly a learning curve. I guess I have a little bit more of a leg up because I know editing software is pretty well now, and being able to use DaVinci, I've noticed that it's not too terribly difficult. There are a few things I have to learn specifically from like the coloring side of it if I'm color grading footage, but ultimately I'm always up for a challenge, so I'm really looking forward to kind of what all I can create through it and seeing kind of the ins and outs of it. Well, that's about it for the gear roundup. Like I said, I've got pictures to take this afternoon for a friend of ours who was actually in the short film. He was one of the main actors in the short film we were working on. We got the wedding tomorrow, and then that filming for that book, a little trailer for the book on Sunday. I think that's going to be a good time, and that'll sort of round out this week going into the following week. Been trying to stay disciplined with regards to making these vlogs because it can be really, really time consuming working on all this, and you really kind of need to take a step back every now and then and realize, you just got to stay disciplined. I think that's what I've been working on is I just get so wrapped up, and I'll just get so anxious and think, I'm not going to be able to do all this. I'm not going to be able to do it in a timely manner, things like that. So I'm really working on that. I know if I just take a week off from a busy week, then I know I'm going to not do the vlog anymore. So I do want to stay committed to this and really see, sort of as a challenge to myself, how all this goes. How I grow as a person, but how my business grows at the same time.
Getting a quick shot of your boy.
This is Bishop.
Hey, what's up?
He wrote a book, and we're making a video about it.
I did write a book. You should read it when it comes out.
And what I may do is I'll let you almost do it at first because you're
Mirrors give us an honest reflection, and sometimes we need to
stare at it. Like almost do that, and then after say it helps like hands on the counter, stare, dark. that's a wrap on the book filming, the trailer for it. You think it went good?
I think it went great. Matthew always does a great job with his filming. I love using him. So, and his vlogs I think are amazing and they're fun to watch. So keep watching them.
With that. But yeah, so gonna go edit and get this thing to him soon because his book is gonna drop when?
In December, Look in the Mirror is going to be a great book. It's my story of losing my hair to alopecia, and so I think you should go read it. And Matthew did an incredible job with this filming tonight, so super proud of him.
All right, you heard it here.